I was asked by Björn on a new podcast that he started in German if I think we'll ever see a man's pro time under 50 minutes, and I said I think we'll see it in the next 2 years.
Next 2 years.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh,
That would be impressive.
we'll see. Yeah, we'll see.
I think on the women's
It's
side,
not going to be me.
when you look at the women that have qualified so far in the majors, it's like Lauren and then Joanna, who raced her first Elite 15 major in October last year at Amsterdam. There's Jess Petro, who did the same. There's Sinead, who first Elite 15 race was in Chicago, like the World Championships. There's Lucy, that was in Vegas. So that you could argue, like, you're actually quite right. Like the ones that have qualified, and then Vivian, who has been around for a little bit longer. But aside from Lauren and Vivian, I think all the others that have qualified actually have raced their first Elite 15 major in the past year at least. So yeah,
I do truly believe, however, that come Phoenix, the established athletes will strike back. I really fully expect Megan Jacoby to move to get the qualification spot straight away. I mean, she had a 58-15 comeback race in Stuttgart. She followed it up with a great race in Madrid to make her way into an easy move, to be honest, into the lead 15. So I really expect her to be on point. And I think the trip just didn't work very well for Linda Meyer with Melbourne. She got sick on the day, actually. She was struggling with nutrition and everything. So I think come Phoenix is an easier trip going over from Europe. We'll see Linda Meyer show what she's capable of and move in there. We've kind of seen it in Hamburg, to be honest, already. I don't expect the world champion to be on point first race of the season again.
no.
So I have those two more or less set as two of the three qualification spots, and that's two established athletes.
Yeah. That's fair. That's fair. Anyone else you're excited to see for the rest of the season in the women's field? One that springs to mind for me is Lena Putters, who I think has got huge potential and raced well in Hamburg, but then like got the 3-minute penalty, which like ruined her race in the end in Hamburg. But I'm excited to see her return if she can be fit and healthy.
And 100%. I just like Lena Putters is becoming sort of a little bit of a female Sean Noble. There's always something going a little bit wrong now for her, ever since Hong Kong, to be honest. Ever she was supposed to race her first major. She's got all that potential. There's no doubt. For me, it's a matter of how much pressure does she put on herself with everything everybody's saying about her and not having been able to entirely deliver exactly that, right? I mean, it's like, and it's while she's been away and while she's coming back from injury, and then I had that Hamburg race, but the sport has again changed. So I think everybody expected her to kind of like run away with the lead in the early stages of the race, but it's not really happening anymore because the other women are right there. They've done their homework. So it's a little bit of a different scenario than being that crazy, super wicked athlete that everybody was worried about, including, like, you heard it from Linda Meyer, and everyone's like, "Oh my God, Lena Putters is racing. Is this going to be crazy?" So it's a different scenario, and I would just want to see. I really hope that she handles it well. I want to see how she does it. We've seen a very interesting comeback, for example, and that's a perfect example for it, is Laura Valgren from Denmark, who raced a 1:01:25. So actually, with the average she has right now, if she can follow this up with a 1:01:10 at another race, she'd be in the Elite 15 right now with the average. And she had that whole thing. She came to Cologne to the last chance qualifier and did insanely well and missed the world championship by 7 seconds and was like, all right, I'm gonna try Barcelona. Got the time off and everything and couldn't deliver. And I think all the surprising expectations were on her, and she kind of stepped back from the whole thing and the race and trained proper and came back with a bang now.
Yeah. And there's lots out there. There's like Kat Parnell, who I think was only a few seconds away in Melbourne. There's like Ellie Stenfors, who we hadn't seen much of before Melbourne, and then she I think she was 7th. There's Gabrielle Nakora Baker, who's run some very impressive times. So like the field is wide on the women's
It's
side as well now.
wide. I mean, like, you look at Stockholm yesterday, and I'm like,
Mm.
Annie Emerson. It's like, what happened there? I
Yeah.
mean, that was crazy. And even was it is this Lauren Stockley?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. In
Yeah,
London. Yeah.
who won London, and I mean, she placed. She still followed up with a 102 in Stockholm, and I really think she was very unfortunate. It wasn't going entirely her way. It looked like the sleds weren't 100% ideal for her. She seemed to suffer a little more there than the other girls, and she tipped over the kettlebell, so she got a
Uh,
30-second penalty on top of that. And there seemed to be a little bit of confusion going on about what to do now because she didn't realize it until she came back and in for the next workout, and so that might have like broken her rhythm a little bit as well. So I think still a super solid 1:02:10 with the penalty or something like that. So yeah, lots of potential there, for sure. Emilia Dahmen, we mentioned it, like going sub 60 for the first time.
mhm.
That is fast. And again, you know, not on an elite 15 setup, but in the traffic of a race.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
There's a lot of exciting athletes coming up. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. Um, uh, so another one of your hot takes in Hamburg for the men's race this time was that the 2026 world champion will be in that Hamburg race, which um, I think basically meant you don't think Hunter will win the world championships. So,
Well,
how are you
that's the
feeling
great thing,
about
right?
that now?
With the way I phrased it, I feel like I always have an excuse. Um, it's like I'll make your podcast like my honesty hour, and I'll tell you how I really see it. Um, you never rule out Hunter, ever. It's Hunter, but Hunter's beatable. He's been beaten quite a few times now, and so if I had to put money on it, I'm sticking with. And this is, by the way, I should have clarified that in the race, but I said it at the men's individuals. This is meant for the individuals. I think Hunter is the number one favorite, whoever he races with for the doubles world title. But I'm sticking to he is not going to win the 2026 individuals world championship. I don't
Okay.
see it. We've got Ronco approaching the season completely different. He set that world record in Hamburg already. He skipped the trip to Melbourne. He's playing it smart. There's no Grand Slam attempt or anything like that. Tim's proven in Melbourne how fit he is, how quickly he came back from everybody saying like, "Oh my god, he's not in shape," in Hamburg to deliver in that race in Melbourne. He's definitely brought the trash talk game. I mean, 100%. Yeah,
Yeah.
and I still think he's gotten real confident. I'm still convinced that that last time he broke the wall balls in Melbourne, that was literally just a show into Hunters. Like, I got the time for it. I wouldn't have to, but I have the time. You know.
I must admit,
Um,
when he said he broke in Chicago and like he was looking at Hunter and he knew he had the time to break it, and I was like, I don't know if I completely believed him then, but I think in Melbourne he was just super calm about it. He knew he had the time to break and did it.
I really want to know what marks he had in school in math. Like it's like with all the oxygen depleted and all the blood in the extremities right now, how is he still calculating that?
Yeah.
But yeah, that was impressive. But I think wow, right now it'll be if they can keep it up, it'll be hard to beat Ronco or Tim.
Yeah, it feels to me, and one of the athletes, I don't know if I should share who, said to me like they're trying to work out how to close the gap on what he's perceived as the top four at the moment. So really, the top two from the Hamburg and the Melbourne races. So Alex and Dylan, and then Tim and Hunter, like he perceived as the top four, and those four having like a slight gap over the rest of the field at the moment, and the rest of the field is very, very deep